check the calls, and it's like, what's that 203 number?
I've been noticing, babes, that we're getting a lot more spam calls than we did even just a year ago.
Yeah. I've been getting spam calls from medical insurance. There was one time I got this weird call, and this person was speaking in Chinese. Or I'll get this call where it's like, congratulations, you're the winner, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, I'm not.
It's gotten to the point, babes, to where I'll be on the phone with somebody and they'll get interrupted by spam calls a lot. So something's happening.
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, somebody has our information on a database or something. That's what I'm thinking.
I think to myself, I want everybody to get into heaven, right? I think that, being a human is hard enough. But if there's going to be any exceptions, I think it should be people who created these spam phone call companies.
To get into heaven?
I don't think they should be allowed. Even if they accept the Lord Jesus Christ into their heart. I think allowing them is a step too far. No, we're letting them, the murderers, the pedophiles, those people. But when it comes to spam callers, we can't do that.
Well, Bubs.
What?
Everybody can be forgiven if they want to be. Even
except
the
for
the worst.
I hear you, but I think everybody except the people who create these spam call programs.
No, I don't. No, that's not the worst of the worst, Bubs. I think that yeah, I don't know about that, but I think it's funny the way you said it.
Thank you. We're even letting in guys named Todd. That's how forgiving we are this week.
Guys named Todd and guys named Brad.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We had a rare situation this morning, babes, to where you wanted to do this, and I said, let's take a nap first.
Yes. Well, I said it, I think I want to take a nap, but I didn't think you were going to take one. Honestly.
What happened was, I went to bed around
10?
No. I'm going to say 11:30 or midnight.
Okay.
And I didn't have any clean clothes, and I still don't.
Oh.
But you should try not to come over to your girlfriend's house smelling of dirty clothes.
You don't smell, though.
Thank you. Well, here's what happened, babes. I got up at 3:52 thinking it's all good in the hood. I can do a couple loads of laundry, get my basket, go down to the room. Well, it's literally just down the block from where I'm at. And the machines are being used.
Down the block where you're at?
Did I just say that?
You meant down the hall, right?
Yeah. I get things so screwed up. You remember last weekend, babes, where I said there was something I wanted to correct, but I couldn't remember what it was?
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah.
There's a new show called Peacemaker. That's getting a lot of buzz, and it's based on a DC character. It's on HBO Max. And you had told me that when I spoke about it here, I referred to it as The Preacher.
And I was like, no, but that doesn't sound like a preacher show, but...
No, and there's another program called The Preacher that's also based on the comic book.
Really?
That's on TV, yeah. That Seth Rogen produces.
Well, I'm not gonna fault you for this one, but I thought it was kind of funny the way you said it.
I hate listening back to this and hearing all the times I just completely fuck up when it comes to verbiage.
Oh, that's okay. I've done that too. Maybe not as much as you do, but I've done that as well.
Oh my goodness.
We all have. Everybody's messed up their words.
Yes. As a result of not doing my laundry this morning, even though I was up to it, I had to come here with dirty clothes. We should also say, babes, that my apartment rather is having the third inspection since the beginning of this month.
Oh.
And I passed the first two.
And the good thing is that you don't have to be there for this one.
No.
Good.
But I'm thinking to myself, how many inspections are we going to have?
I don't know. You've had more inspections than I had.
I've had more inspections this month since you moved in here in late May of 2020.
That's right, because I only had like 2 inspections that I can count. And you've had more inspections than I can count since I've known you. And since I moved in here.
I know. I would almost trade places with you. The only thing is, your toilet will occasionally run by itself here.
No, it's not. It's not my toilet. It's the other. It has nothing to do with my toilet. It's on the other side of the building.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure. It's nothing wrong with my toilet. It just does that because I think what you're hearing is another person's toilet.
It sounds like it's coming from yours.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. It's just the whatever you call it.
Okay.
It's not mine because even my mom heard it and she's like, no, it's not the toilet.
You know, I was so excited for your mom to come and visit because she's really good with stuff like that, as I've been told. And I was thinking, oh yes, when she hears this, she's going to know what's going on. I would take your word for it if she's...
No, she told me, she goes, no, that's not the toilet here, because if it were the toilet here, we would have some problems. It's coming from the actual plumbing on the other side.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not my toilet, I can tell you that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would almost trade my place for yours just because of that. The inspections, that is.
Yeah, because I was thinking, wow, if I had a chance to live in the same building as my wig, then I'm going to have to deal with that.
But it would be nice for me. It would be a lot less of a commute.
True. But you don't really, I mean, since you've been taking the bus, it doesn't seem, you don't get here it doesn't take that long for you to get here anyway.
No, but it would save me even more time.
True. You'd be like, hey, you want to have dinner at my place? Hey, can I have dinner at your place?
Yeah.
Can we hang out for a couple hours? And then I would be like, okay, it's time for you to go back to your place.
Yeah. So anyways, I get over here having little sleep. We shoot the shit for a little while. You get some groceries. And then I'm like, I need a rest. But I didn't want to say that. So instead I phrase it by telling you, or asking you rather, hey babes, are you sure you want to record right now? Maybe we should take a nap first.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. I said, yeah.
Actually, you did know what I meant?
Yes, I knew exactly what you meant. I'm like, you know what? Maybe a nap would be good because then after I get up, you get up, we'll be able to record this.
So you just agreed to it to placate me then? Or did you really want to take a nap?
I really want to take a nap.
Oh, good.
But I knew what you were talking about.
Because I had a feeling if we did it then, I was just going to be completely out of it. And we'd maybe do 15 minutes.
And we've done that before when one of us was tired and,
It's usually not both of us, though.
Yes, it is.
That are tired when we've done this.
When we've done this?
Yeah. Like, I think back to...
So, I'm more tired than you are?
Yeah, like I think back to Sleepless at Alana's as a good example.
Yeah, that's right, because I was really exhausted, and I remember that day. Oh, yeah, I do remember that. But either I'm tired or you're tired, or I'll stay up and do something else and you'll sleep or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Usually you'll be the one up and I'll sleep for a little bit.
That is true. This time it was the complete reverse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I woke up again so I went to sleep about 10, woke up at 12. I slept, but it wasn't like a deeper sleep. And then I woke up I might have woken up like about 12:30, 1 o'clock.
We come in here and I have really strong issues with insomnia. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to fall asleep. Get into bed, you throw on your headphones, and I realize that it's 10 o'clock and the Damage Report with John Iadarola is about to start,
Mm-hmm.
which is a great lefty commentary show for people who are into that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a nice man, like Star Trek Voyager. That's an issue I have with him. But besides for that, so
about being a nice guy?
well, I mean, you know, how can you be a really, really well-developed person if your favorite Star Trek series is Voyager? But besides for that, he seems like a really normal person.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. And I'm excited because he alternates guest hosts, or co-hosts rather. So
Yes.
on Fridays, he has on Brett Ehrlich, who is a little bit more humorous.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'll tune into this, and it'll be fun to hear the two of them banter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening for 2 minutes. I shut my eyes. I wake up, and the show is usually about an hour long.
Yep.
I hear John say, okay, here's our last story of the day. And I'm like, oh, that went fast. And then I'm out again.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up at 11:42 because I really had to pee. I did that. Well, first I left the bed and went to the bathroom. So I didn't.
In turn, that woke me up.
Oh, did that?
It did, but then I was gone again.
Okay.
I was like, oh, well, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that was it. And then I went back to sleep again.
And I should also say, when I woke up this time, I had saliva on my hands and face.
As did, yeah, anyway. I have my own issues with my own stuff.
We're going to assume that it was Jaylo saliva.
No, it wasn't.
That's what we're assuming.
No, it was not.
That's where we're going.
No, it was not.
It probably wasn't.
No.
Okay. Come back from the bathroom thinking, okay, great, I'm up. Turn on some YouTube video and I'm out immediately. I wake up at like 1:22. And you were already awake.
I was awake, but I wasn't even sure how long I was sleeping. I think I must have been sleeping because I wasn't keeping track.
Mm-hmm.
Because after I got up about 12, after I woke up about 12, I thought, oh, maybe I won't go to sleep. But I ended up going to sleep anyway. And, I was kind of in and out of it this time. If that makes any sense.
I hear you.
But between 10 and 12, I was gone.
Nice.
Completely gone.
Yeah, we really needed that sleep.
But it's a good thing that we're awake now because, hopefully by, we'll be a lot more awake by the time, we start to make dinner.
I'm thinking we do this, make out, watch one episode of Ted Lasso, and then start work on dinner.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about that after this.
What are you thinking?
We have to talk about the other stuff, Bubs.
No, we're not ending it right now, babes. We're like 12 minutes in.
All right.
But I'm saying after we end this.
Yes, after
we'll make that super short.
No. After we end this, yeah. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, we're not ending it right now, though.
No, we're not. We have a lot to talk about, I'm sure.
Oh, we do.
Well, I mean, it's not as much as we would talk about tomorrow.
No, but we still think so. I know we usually save dreams for the end of this.
Yeah.
But since we literally just had them like a half hour ago.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go with what they were.
Okay, so I had a dream that I was at this house and somehow my former friend in 8th grade was there. And I don't even know why I dreamed about her because I wasn't even thinking about her, but she was in my dream. And I was trying to ask her, I said, so-and-so, how did you get here? Do you live here? And what part of Portland are you in? And she wouldn't tell me. She would just kind of giggle and pat me on the shoulder. And it was almost like, oh, I don't want to tell you right now. I'll tell you later. I thought that was really weird.
Was that your only dream?
Yes.
Let me tell you mine.
Okay.
This was right before I woke up with saliva all over me. I'm on a bed, but it's kind of like in a loft situation to where I'm overlooking this floor of an apartment.
Okay.
And one of my cousins comes in who I don't really talk to that much.
Mm-hmm.
They sit down and we start talking. And I see the authorities coming for my cousin.
Mm.
So for some reason, I hand them my iPad with some music playing.
Yep.
Cops come, take away my cousin. And instead of being concerned about that, I realize that Questlove from The Roots is sitting down right next to me. And I'm listening to The Roots as we speak.
Uh-huh.
But he's kind of also in a lying position. It's a little bit weird.
Sitting up and lying down, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hand him my iPad, and he gives it back to me. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Just The Roots are playing, and I know you're part of them." And he's like, "Oh, it's all good. I'm just really tired right now."
Yeah.
That's when I woke up.
Oh, wow. That is weird.
It is.
So your cousin in your dream was male?
Yes.
And you saw him being arrested?
And I was more concerned about impressing Questlove than making sure things were all right with my cousin.
Celebrity dreams are weird like
They
that.
are.
They are very weird like that. Yeah. I had a dream once a long, long time ago that there was a store that had celebrities' clothing that was going to be on sale. And I remember coming out of the store wearing Melanie Griffith's shirt, and they were good quality clothes too.
Mm-hmm.
Melanie Griffith's shirt and Cindy Crawford's jeans.
That's interesting.
And then I found out later on that there was a store that had celebrity clothes.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah.
I know that the Wu-Tang Clan had a store in Brooklyn selling their fashion line for a while. I don't know if it's still around. Yeah. This was back in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
I think the store's name was Real. I think it was like REEL or something.
The store where it just focused on celebrity.
I think
fashion
so.
Lines.
I think it's either fashion lines or they donated their clothes. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
But I thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool if there was a store that I could go and get just celebrity clothes that were either made or they donated. And in my dream, the shirt and the jeans were donated.
I had an itinerant teacher. For those people who don't know what that is, that's basically somebody who works with blind kids and helps teach them Braille and makes sure they're not fucking up too much. And she was really into knitting. So how does this relate to you?
Yeah.
And what we're talking about now?
Yeah.
The other day I'm thinking to myself, oh, she would have been a great resource. I could have learned how to knit, even though I was a guy. And this was the 90s when men were a little bit less effeminate than they are now. And had I learned to knit, I could have knitted these cool, like, t-shirts and hats with, like, celebrity logos.
Oh, wow.
Logos on them. So I could have had, like, the Wu-Tang logo. Or, I don't know, knitted a picture of Bob Marley on a hat. Something cool in that realm.
Oh, wow.
But I never did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm ever going to learn how to knit.
Well, I know someone that I've been friends with for years, and she likes to knit and crochet. No, I'm sorry. She likes to knit. I don't know if she does crochet, but I heard crochet can be difficult if you don't know what you're doing. But I remember the last time I saw her, literally, we were at another friend's house and we were just hanging out. I bought some food and we had some pizza, and the guy she brought with her, who ended up being her husband later on, was there too. And when she came over, she brought her knitting stuff, and she's like, yeah, I like to bring my knitting stuff everywhere. So she's really into that.
Does she also like to pick?
Oh, my goodness.
I couldn't resist.
I like to pick. I'll nitpick you, mister.
Did I ever tell you, babes, that when I was a little kid, I really wanted a sewing machine?
Yes, you did tell me that.
And my dad said, I'm not buying you that. That's for little girls.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know.
That's terrible. And now you see that guys becoming a dress, designing dresses, and there's a lot of guys that are really into cooking and sewing.
That's true.
Yeah, and some of them are even effeminate.
Some of them are what?
Some of them are not even effeminate.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah. You can be a masculine guy and want to make a dress for your girl.
Yeah. I think, babes, that watching videos of apartment tours and houses are becoming a real thing in my life now.
Yeah.
But last night,
yep,
I was watching this YouTube channel, and it's from a realtor in, I want to say, Brooklyn. She went over to somebody who she knows,
mm-hmm.
and the way she sold the video is, this is what an apartment looks like of a bachelor in New York. And they're hanging out. You could tell that they were friends because they were giving each other shit in a playful way.
Uh-huh.
One point she says, well, I think that a man's job should be cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember thinking to myself, yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I think, and I remember in my early 20s, because you hear about women gardening.
Yes.
A lot. And my aunt likes to do that. But that was like the first time I ever heard of men wanting to have green thumbs. And I knew this guy that would be kind of like a note taker for me sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also a deaf interpreter. He interpreted for the deaf. And he was also wanting to go to nursing school or to go to a nursing program. Well, he told me that he likes to garden, and he knows all these things about flowers and things like that. And I thought that's pretty cool, actually.
I love to talk shit about my dad. But if we're going to be fair, I remember him being into gardening when I was a real little kid. Like around the age of 5.
Oh.
And I did some gardening.
Really?
Yeah, I told you that when I lived in Hawaii. It was more landscaping.
Oh, that's right.
But I did plant
that's right,
a few
because
things.
you were you went to that farm.
I worked...
You were working at that farm.
Or volunteered, rather, at an organic farm in Kona for a while.
That sounds like a fun job, though.
It was really interesting.
Yeah.
Lots of cool people.
Yeah.
If I had the space,
mm-hmm.
I could see getting into farming.
That would be really cool. But I've been meeting more. I've been, I know now more guys that do garden, and they like, they grow fresh tomatoes and they like to can stuff after they pick stuff from their tree. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should get more into canning. I took a class on it once. That was kind of enjoyable.
Yeah. If you know how to do that. Didn't you went to that jam class that I didn't get to make it to?
I did. You were out of town.
I was, yeah. I was.
Yes.
Yeah, I was out of town for a short time, and you told me that you really enjoyed your jam class, and you did something with kombucha and the berries, right?
I made kombucha out of half of it and jam out of the other half.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I thought I gave you some of that.
You gave me some of the kombucha. It was really good.
I was thinking the other day, babes,
mm-hmm.
that kombucha is similar to bamboo in the sense that at the beginning you need to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
And it's a little hard to produce it. But once you get into the groove of it, you're producing it all the time.
Yes. I personally think you should make more of it.
I might go back to it.
Because it really is good for your, it's really good for your insides.
The problem is with me, babes, if I start getting into it, it's not just going to be like 1 or 2 gallons. It's going to be, I'm going to be reproducing this stuff all the time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is it because like if you have leftovers, you're going to keep it around?
Or maybe we could do it over here. That might be a possibility.
I don't know. I'll think about that. But...
Okay, you're like,
Yeah, but then Yeah, but it's the same. But the same thing with me though. Where am I going to put all the jars? I don't know. I'm going to be like, oh, I can't get rid of this kombucha. You got to give them to people, please. Yeah.
Babes.
Yes.
I know what I want for, in actuality, our anniversary, but you might need a little bit of time to save up for this for me. So, if it's not then you can get this for me for my next birthday.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, check this out. I've been watching videos the last couple of days on brownstones.
Oh no.
And I've always thought that townhouses were cool, but brownstones they're basically just a brown house, or brown house. They're basically like just a townhouse that's connected to like a couple other townhouses or like row houses.
It could be a brown townhouse.
Yeah, I think if I understand it right, and I'm no architectural expert, is on the East Coast they call them brown houses. Here we probably refer to them as like a row house.
A row house.
Yeah. I would like you to buy me a luxury brownstone, but not just one, like two that are next door to each other, so I can knock down the wall for one of them and make it into like a mini mansion.
Okay, first off,
for my birthday, because I know it takes a while to say that. Actually, Dave, I know how we do it. You buy me the first one for our anniversary, and then one that's right next door to my unit for my birthday.
I don't have that kind of money. I'm going to have to save up for years and years and years.
We'll figure it out.
And I would have to make like more than 6 figures a year to get you your brownstone.
Oh. Yeah, so that's what I want, babe. So if you could just arrange that. That's really all I need.
No.
What?
Because I don't have that kind of money.
Well, figure it out.
Well, my aunt's been wanting a house and lot for years, and she may not get that. I don't know.
I thought your aunt owned a house.
Yes, she does.
But she
wants more, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I think she jokes about it, but she's already got one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you could ask her to help you out with this.
No, I don't have that kind of money to buy anybody a house right now, bub.
Okay, but we're not talking about anybody.
Hey!
We're talking about the bald god.
Okay? But you know you're a bald guy.
You could hang out sometimes there.
What else?
No, I went down this rabbit hole the last couple of days of watching tours of brown house videos.
Yes.
Or tours of brown houses. I found this couple, and they're called the Brownstone Boys.
Oh, wow.
Which would make an interesting name for a rap group from Brooklyn.
I know. The Brownstone Brooklynites.
But what they do is they renovate brown houses, and then they showed a tour of theirs.
Are they really brown, though?
Well, I think they're more like brick, so red usually.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure some of them are brown.
Okay.
And it made me wonder. I don't know if they're married or just in a long-term relationship, but they're together. And they work together every day. Right? And that's got to be insane.
Yeah. I'm sure it is. I've heard of spouses, men and women working together, and especially since you have to come home together at night too. But I wonder if they ever bring their work home.
It's got to be hard not to, especially since they also renovated the brownstone that they're living in.
I don't know, but I guess it takes a special. I think it takes a special couple to work together if they can. Because some couples cannot work together, I would imagine. Okay,
so I'm thinking about this.
What?
I know what I want from you. For our anniversary, buy me one brownstone. I don't need 2 units in Southeast Portland. And then for my birthday, you can buy me a luxury apartment in Southwest Portland, downtown.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't have the money to buy you a a brownstone and an apartment.
You don't believe that I'm the bald god.
No,
So
you're not.
why don't you pray to Jesus Christ for the money to do this?
Because I don't ask him for frivolous stuff like that.
Well, that would be frivolous for me, babe.
Oh, Bubs. Maybe I'll ask for the money, but no. I could probably ask for help with it, but I don't think it's going to come in the form of that, Bubs.
I hope it does, babes.
He's not like a genie. You don't just, oh, give me this, please. Give me this, please. No. He's not a genie in a bottle, Bubs.
Oh, he's not like Christina Aguilera.
No, not like that. No, he's not a genie god, if that's what you think.
I heard that she acts like a spoiled brat in real life.
Well, I heard that too, and yeah. I mean, she's been through a lot, don't get me wrong. I mean, her parents, because I watched a thing about her life. I think it might have been True Hollywood Story. But her mom, her first husband was very, very abusive. And at the time, she was her only child. And her mom left her husband and married somebody else later on. And she, Christina Aguilera went on to be on the Mickey Mouse Club with with Britney Spears and the gang, I guess. Or maybe that was a different season. I don't know. But, yeah, there's something about that girl. I think talent or fame has really gotten to her head, and now you don't hear about her much anymore.
Hopefully,
at least I haven't.
She has enough money to where she never has to work again, so we don't have to hear her.
Well, she probably has to work because she does have a son. I don't know if I think from the last I heard of her, she was on, what show was she on? She was a co-host of a show, and I forgot which it was. I don't remember if it was The Voice or X Factor. I forgot what it was. But anyway, yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of teenage bubblegum stars.
Yeah.
As you know, there was the Free Britney movement.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was saying, she's white, she's rich, we need to make sure that Britney Spears is free.
That's not what they were saying.
They weren't phrasing it quite like that.
No,
but that was the message.
No, that wasn't the message. I can tell you what it is.
Tell me what it is, even though I already said it.
No. Basically, she was under her father as her conservator, and she felt like she didn't need to be under her father's control anymore and her father even agreed to step down and not be conservator anymore. And it was kind of a weird case because her lawyers, there's something going on with her lawyers, but eventually she was no longer under her father's, her father was no longer her conservator anymore.
I personally like the way I said it, but that's just me. Okay. Now, what people failed to remember is that Britney Spears was fucking insane before her dad took over conservatorship. And I am for personal freedom. So do I think it was right that her dad was controlling everything? No. But did I disagree with the narrative that she was of sound mind? I believe there's some question about that. And now that she's gotten free, she's like posting naked pictures of herself on Instagram.
Well, you saw that?
Oh, yeah. I've seen some of the naked pictures she's put up since then.
But she's been doing that anyway.
I know, but apparently, now this I haven't seen, but I've heard through the grapevine, she's also posting some really weird rants on Instagram about her life and about other people.
Oh, okay.
And I'm wondering how many of those Free Britney people are thinking to themselves, oh, just because she's a white rich lady doesn't mean that she's sane.
I don't think it's that way, Bubby.
Oh, I think it is. Oh, you want to talk about white privilege, babes?
Oh, geez.
I got another.
No, I don't.
But the another group of white privilege people that are being excused by the left is, what's that homeboy's name? Harry, was it? Who was part of the royal family?
Oh, I'm not even paying attention that much. Oh, Prince Harry.
Okay, so check this out. You're going to love this. Prince Harry signed a deal with Spotify.
Yeah.
And got paid $30 million to do a podcast with his wife. And they've only released one episode since December of 2020.
Oh, wow. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I know a little bit about the royal family, but who wants to watch, who wants to watch their podcast if they've only done one episode? I don't know. I'm not really a podcast person anyway. And I don't, what is it about?
I don't know. I didn't listen to it. I only heard the news story.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's insane. The one thing I will say about the royal family, which is, doesn't really have anything to do with, Harry and Meghan. But the one thing I will say that Queen Elizabeth II actually, and I don't know much about this lady, but she stripped, Prince Andrew of his duties as prince, now that he's involved in the, Ghislaine Maxwell stuff.
Yeah, but he probably still has a ton of money. You know.
He's not ever to be prince again.
I know, but I'm sure he left with some.
Oh my.
Bubs. Like, no, babe. Yeah, I'm going with nothing.
Bubs.
What?
But you always do that all the time,
What
Bubs.
do I do?
Oh, well, I think this person is...
Well, okay. So, let's take it to Harry for a second. Apparently, he's no longer considered part of the royal family. And I only know this because I have a lot of friends in my life who are into the royal family. And talking, oh, Prince Harry is so brave, he left them. But meanwhile, he's a young guy who is probably making, before the Spotify deal, probably making tens of millions of dollars a year just off of his name alone. So it ain't like these royals are starving after they get released from the family. They're doing okay in life.
Oh my goodness, you don't know that, Bubs.
I'm sure that
this is what I deal with, folks.
Andrew and Harry are starving in the streets.
Oh, I don't hear the end of it.
Rationality. It can be a tough thing for my witch or you. Oh, is it tickle war time? Is it tickle war time? What? Tickle war time?
Tickle.
All right, give me a kiss to certify it.
It's solidified.
Fine.
Oh, goodness. What am I going to do with you?
I don't know, but
I really don't know either.
Prince Harry must have a very successful podcast. All the Free Britney people can listen to it.
Well, there's a lot of people that are upset that they left, and they think that it was his wife's fault that they left.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I don't know what I think about that.
Well, they're doing all right in life, despite what people will tell you. They're not exactly starving. I love the way people phrase things.
Oh.
But anyways, let's talk about Spotify.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
And Neil Young.
Now,
I have a lot to say about that.
I have a lot to say about this.
Mm-hmm.
I am a huge Joe Rogan fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't listen as much as I used to, but I think his show is amazing.
Yeah.
And I started listening back in 2010 when they had only done like 40 episodes. So that's how far back I go with his podcast. And obviously I knew who he was before then, but I love his show. I think that sometimes he has too many conservative guests on, but he's open to different people. It's not like he'll just have
like conservative and liberals on. It's not like he'll have like just one kind of people on, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think he leans more in the direction of conservative guests, but he'll be open. Joe Rogan is not vaccinated, which is his choice. He's also had COVID-19, and he did well with it. He said that I think he said he felt under the weather for like a day, and then he was fine.
Yeah.
Because he takes care of his body.
Yes.
So he has a doctor on who made some claims that some of them were questionable.
Well, he was the one who invented the technology.
So here's the thing. I heard that, and then I also heard people saying that this doctor's claims that he invented the mRNA technology was a little bit overblown.
No, it's true. It's true. I've heard several interviews with Dr. Malone, and I wouldn't just dismiss it.
Right, but what I'm saying is he's the one who's saying that he invented that technology.
Yes.
And what I'm saying is other people have said that it's not exactly true, but that's not the point where we want to go with this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't in the room when this technology was invented, and neither were you. Neil Young, who is very pro-vaccination.
Yeah, very pro-vaccination, apparently.
As am I. But it's also somebody who came out of the 1960s, when there was a lot of talk of censorship and fighting the man, and you have to go your own way, and you need the right to speak your minds.
Yeah.
Comes out and says, you either remove Joe Rogan's podcast off of Spotify or take my music down.
Yep.
And Spotify, to their credit, took Neil Young's music down the other day.
So I also heard that he was the one who left, but I think Spotify was the one who took him off because that's what he wanted.
He wrote a letter to them.
Yep.
And apparently, I don't know if you know this, but the letter came out and he started getting a lot of backlash.
He also tried to backtrack his story on Twitter.
Yeah.
And of course that didn't work. But so he didn't actually leave, they took him off.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, it's to me what it sounded like is that he didn't actually leave, they took him off.
Yeah, which rightfully so, because if you're going to come out against one of their biggest artists and saying it's either him or me.
Yeah.
Well, dude, your music was popular in the 60s. Joe Rogan's podcast, I think they said averages 11 million listeners per episode.
Yeah.
Who do you think they're going to go with?
Exactly. And you can get Neil Young music anywhere you listen to any music stream service because it's out there. It's not like his music is no longer around, and he could find his own, he can find another platform.
I am always talking to you about the importance of nuance. And that most things in life, I think, are gray instead of black and white.
Yeah.
And Neil Young, liberal hippie dude who should really know better, should understand a thing or two about nuance. And just because there's a couple episodes of a podcast that you disagree with, well, bro, don't listen to them.
Exactly.
Or
exactly.
You know what would be an even greater rebuttal?
Yeah.
Is you come up with the Neil Young podcast and you have people on refuting the information that the doctor on Joe Rogan said.
Yeah.
And you fight fire with fire instead of just saying, I want my stuff taken down.
Exactly. Because it's like, I mean, it really has nothing to do with Neil Young. Neil Young is the one that's making a big stink of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he didn't like what he said, then, go elsewhere.
I heard a story about Joe Rogan this week that's related to it. So,
okay.
Oh, I hear the cops.
It's not for me.
It's for Neil Young. or it's a PC police looking for Joe Rogan. So I like the show Breaking Points, and we've talked about that many times.
Ad nauseum.
Okay, so the doctor was on Joe Rogan. And then they had somebody on who had an article refuting everything that doctor had said.
Yeah.
So Sagar and Jetty sent that article to Joe Rogan. And apparently, you know what Joe Rogan did after he read that article? He retweeted it. He retweeted the article complaining about that episode of his podcast. He didn't just hide it. He put it out there.
Yeah.
And as a result of Joe Rogan retweeting that, more people read the article criticizing him than they would have had Joe Rogan not paid attention to that article. So criticizing Joe Rogan for having that guy on, but breaking down each of the points the doctor said on his podcast. So what does that say about how Joe Rogan handles free speech versus Neil Young?
Yeah, he was able to, he handled it much better than Neil Young did.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't just hide it. He said, hey, look at this article, read what it says, and tell me what you think.
And apparently, The rumor is that Rogan is going to have on a doctor within the next week or two who's very pro-vaccination and is going to rebut some of the points that the first doctor had.
See, people that have differing viewpoints should be able to sit down and discuss it in a civil way instead of saying you're really stupid. And some people just can't handle that.
And the cool thing about Joe Rogan is you talk to somebody for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And even though the commercials are overblown now, it's nothing like you would get on CNN or Fox, so it's going to be a real conversation where you hear somebody's take on something.
Well, for sure, it's not going to be on CNN because
but what I'm saying, the commercials aren't handled the same way.
Oh, okay. But yeah. I mean, I think that, because we are so divided on many, many issues, life is too short to just dismiss someone just because they don't agree with you or you don't agree with them. And there would be less, what's the word I'm looking for?
Conflict?
There would be less conflict. There wouldn't be, criticisms or hateful comments, because some people can be like that. They're just like, well, you're stupid and you don't have any facts. Well, if you listened and we talked about it, then maybe you could learn something from such and such.
Yeah. There's a lot of issues I have with Joe Rogan's podcast, but I think overall it's really good that we have something like that out there.
Yeah, I think that it really says a lot about him as a host, that he's willing to talk to someone that he may not agree with, but they're willing to come together, talk in a civil manner. It's not like they're going to bash and trash each other. And I think that says a lot about a host like that.
Now, I have told you that I think we're nearing the end of this extreme PC culture.
I don't know about that, but I hope you're right.
But this goes to my points.
Yeah.
Spotify could have easily sided with Neil Young.
Yep.
Right? And I know it's easy to say Joe Rogan makes a ton of money for them. But if they were really just into the business of seeming woke,
yeah,
they could have kicked Joe Rogan off their platform. But they didn't do it.
Yeah, and a lot of times you hear about people being kicked off their platforms for no reason. And I'm glad that Spotify stepped up and said, okay, well, if this is what you want, we're going to take you off. And we're not going to get rid of this guy.
Oh my God. What was that like for Neil Young? He's like, it's either him or me. And then be like, oh, they picked him?
Yeah. And I thought it was really funny because I thought it was really funny because I'm thinking he must be thinking, yeah, well, I'm Neil Young. I'm this famous. And they're probably thinking, yeah, well, you may be Neil Young, but we hired this guy.
You may be Neil Young, but your popular music is old.
And he sounds old.
I
like some of his songs, but I'm not really a Neil Young fan to begin with.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. He seems a little bit out there, but I bet he's fun to talk to. And I also do think that Neil Young's intentions were in the right place, but he is, for real, he's a rich guy who's probably a little bit out of touch because he's been famous since he was in his 20s. Yeah. And he probably lives in his own little world.
Right.
So here's the thing. I like that Spotify kept Joe Rogan.
Yes.
But part of me wishes that they would have kicked him off the platform only because I kind of think the Spotify app sucks. And I don't like the way it works when you listen to Joe Rogan's podcast. And if they would have kicked him off, then maybe the show would have been available on all these different apps instead of being exclusive to their platform. So I'm happy, but who knows? I might have been more happier in the long run if they kicked him off.
Oh my goodness.
Does this make you want to start listening to Joe Rogan?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm maybe, I don't know. Maybe question mark. I don't know.
I've sent you episodes before.
Yeah, I know. I have it. I have some on my drive as well. I know. You have.
And I'm like, babes, you would really dig this. And you're like, I don't care about.
No, I don't know. I'm not really I'm not really much of a podcast person, to be honest, but
as
who
we
knows?
record ours.
I know. You know what I mean?
I hear you, babes.
I'm not one to listen to a lot of podcasts, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to record a podcast with you.
Good.
I mean, if I didn't, then why else would we be recording this episode?
I don't know, babes.
It's different that, recording a podcast is different than listening to one.
That's true. They are a lot of fun, but they are becoming more and more mainstream, unfortunately.
According to Wick. Well, I don't know. I don't know because I'm not in that world. But who knows? Maybe I will. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you should start listening to his. But we will see. We'll see. He's had a lot of conservatives on.
Oh, sure.
Well, I know you like that type of thing there. Jaylo, I know we talked about this.
Yeah.
I think that Ben Shapiro is really annoying. And his name came to mind because he's been on Joe Rogan's podcast.
I don't listen to his show as much, but I've heard clips of his show. I think he's super smart.
He does seem like a smart guy, but he seems really annoying to me.
Well, I don't think he's annoying.
Something about his voice just screams,
I know
you were
why.
bullied in school.
Oh, I know why.
Why?
Because he sounds like one of your friends.
Oh, we talked about this. Okay, that's why. Okay.
Because he sounds like one of your friends, and I would agree with you.
It just screams, I was bullied as a kid, and I was hyperactive. So now I created a show where I bash on libs.
Oh, my goodness.
And he came from a rich family, too, right?
I don't know if he did or not.
I think he did. All these conservatives, and a lot of these liberals
not all conservatives came from rich families. Some of them had to work for what they had.
I'm talking the popular ones now, right? Like, okay, we're not going to go down the Tucker Carlson road, even though he came from a super rich family. But didn't Sean Hannity, weren't his parents wealthy?
No.
Really?
I don't think so. I mean, I would imagine if his parents were healthy, wealthy. If his parents were wealthy, he wouldn't have had to work so many jobs before he got into broadcasting. I mean, he always talks about, I was a dishwasher when I was this old. I did this and this and this, but no, his parents weren't wealthy. I think they were middle class.
Wow.
I think his mom worked for was his mom like a correctional? I forgot. I have to look that up because his I don't believe his parents were rich.
What about who's that lady, Laura Ingraham?
I don't know much about her.
Her parents must have been rich, right?
No.
I just have this view of my life, babes, that
I honestly think there's more rich liberals and conservatives because every time I hear about them, a lot of them had to work for what they had. They didn't just come with, they weren't just born with silver spoons in their mouths.
A lot of them were.
No, they weren't.
Okay.
No. See, this is why you're out of touch with conservative stuff.
Oh my goodness.
This is exactly why I think you're very out of touch with what a real conservative is. Not all of them are rich, but I notice that there seems to be more rich liberals though.
There have been some liberals who have come from rich families, for sure. But I think it's more of a thing on the right.
No, it isn't.
I could be wrong.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It is not.
Okay.
I think both liberals and conservatives are rich people, but I don't think one is more richer than the other.
Oh, I think it definitely leans in the direction of there's more rich conservatives.
This is exactly why you're very, very out of touch.
Oh. But I would consider myself, as going forward, I'm probably in some ways more like a liberal libertarian, right? And a small L, because I'm for personal rights, but I look at it from the perspective of the left. And I do think that government is too big, but it also depends on what you're talking about. So I think our military should be reduced dramatically. But I believe that we should take some of that money and give it to social programs to help out the poor and middle class.
Well, no, I don't think so.
Oh.
I think there are other good ways to invest in it instead of using social programs to keep people at home.
What do you mean to keep people at home?
Well, I just think that there are way too many social programs. I'm talking about you're talking about like Social Security and stuff like that, right?
I'm talking about Social Security. I'm also talking about investing more in after school programs. various things to help out the poor people of this country, which I am one of them.
Goodness.
What?
Well, I mean, after school programs do have some purpose, because sometimes parents aren't able to watch their kids, and actually that was fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if I had my way, when I went home, I liked it more when both of my parents were home at the same time.
Yeah, that would be the best thing.
But I mean, I don't know. I just think a lot of times when you have a lot of social programs, it means that the government is taking care of your kids rather than that the government wants to take care of your kids rather than letting the parents take care of their kids. That's how I see it.
Okay, and I also would make the counter argument to you that I know a lot of fucked up people whose parents took care of them when they were growing up. So, I mean, I don't necessarily think that just because there's an after school program that means the government is trying to brainwash your kids.
Well, I never said that everybody that has two-parent households are always well off.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you're talking about good, well-meaning parents that want to be around their kids more, I don't know that having the government take care of their kids is the best solution.
Maybe a good solution would be make sure that parents have a living wage so that they can afford to work less hours and therefore spend more time around their kids. What do you think of that there, Jaylo?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
But anyway, I can't say that after school programs are bad because some kids really do need that if their parents are not able to be around, and it also they can also get their homework done because I've benefited from after school programs when I was in there for about a couple of years.
And that was just the example I could think of. We could also go with more food stamps for people who are poor, more subsidized housing, stuff like that. Instead of just like this huge thing that supports the military and big pharma. Oh, by the way, babes, that's the other thing I heard about this week.
What?
Apparently, you know how we have the vaccines, but we're refusing to distribute them to other countries? I mean, we are, but we're being we're being dicks about it.
I don't know that we are, Bubs.
What?
Distributing them to, I think they are going to other countries, but what are you going to rant about now?
Well, apparently, Cuba has come up with a vaccine that is something like 95% effective. And something like 93% of their citizens have been fully vaccinated.
We'll see how much, who the first person is going to die off.
What do you mean?
We'll see. We'll see how well this shot works. I'm a little bit skeptical about that.
Well, they have a thriving medical community in Cuba. They often volunteer to send doctors overseas when there's a natural disaster. There's plenty of problems with them. I'm not making it sound like, or I don't want it to sound like everything about Cuba is amazing. But apparently their medical field is really something to be proud of.
I don't know. Every time I think of communist countries like Cuba, I don't really think of their medical field.
Oh my goodness. Maybe you should, okay.
I don't think so.
I think you should.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
But we'll see.
But they also oppress gay people and
I never agreed with that. I never agreed with countries wanting to kill them off. I never agreed with that.
I don't think Cuba kills off gay people, but if I remember right, if you're gay and you're outspoken, you will get thrown in jail.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Yeah, let people live their lives. Let's legalize gay marriage everywhere. Come on, people.
No.
Oh, what's that for?
Because I haven't done that in a long time. Yay!
All right, tickle me. Or no, kiss me. Kiss me.
You said tickle, okay. Okay.
Kiss me.
Tickle. Oh my goodness.
What?
You.
What about me?
Oh, you.
What? Me?
I'm just kidding.
Good. Babes.
Yeah?
Is there anything else? Oh, I remember before we move on.
What's that?
I do have to rag on you a little bit.
Why?
About tomorrow night.
What about tomorrow night?
We had a conversation the other day about what are we going to make.
Yeah?
And I didn't know, so I threw out, hey, let's just do the Zatarans thing. He said, cool, what do we need? Give you a list of stuff. One of the things I say is baked beans.
And I completely...
So here's what happened. Hold on.
I think they want to hear it from me.
Well, let me tell you from my perspective first, and then we'll hear from little Jaylo over here. You called me last night saying, hey, Bubs, do we need this? And I said yes, and we're all good in the hood. That's the second time I've said that this episode.
Yes, you did.
Damn it. Anyways, come over this morning and you say, hey, we haven't gotten any replacements. Everything is coming. So I'm like, great. Get the bag. You're unloading stuff. And I say, okay, put the beans away. And you're like, oh, Bob, I ain't going to do any beans.
No, I did. I that was the one thing that I didn't even realize that I forgot until you mentioned the beans. And I'm like, I knew I forgot something. And that's happened to me before where I thought that I got everything I needed to get and I forgot the beans. But you wanted the beans because you thought it would have a good flavor to it. But I already bought broccoli and celery and green beans. And I thought that I had an extra thing of beans in my cabinet, at least black beans, but there wasn't even beans. So I guess I have to get more beans.
That's okay, babes.
But
we will make it work tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we will make it work tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. We do have some veggies, but it's not the right one. I have to get more beans.
That's okay, babes.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's almost 3.
Is it really?
Is there anything else you want to talk about? It's 2:55.
No, I think we talked about a lot, and I think I need to turn off the heater because it's getting hot in here.
All right, let's end this.
Yes.
You turn off the heater. We'll we'll watch one episode of Ted Lasso, and then we'll start on dinner.
All right.
All right. Give me a kiss.
Stop it!
Stop what?
Bubs.
What?
You're distracting me.
Okay. Oh, no distractions, Jaylo. No, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. It was a short one, but a good one.
It was a good one.
Yes. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.